Monaco, officially known as the Principality of Monaco, is a tiny strip of land in Europe, completely surrounded by France. Covering only 2.1 square kilometers, Monaco is even smaller than Central Park in New York City. It is the second smallest country in the world, after Vatican City. But few people know that Monaco used to be much larger. In the past, the Principality included two towns, Menton and Roquebrune. After a public referendum, both towns decided to join France, causing Monaco to lose 95% of its original territory. This event is considered one of the most astonishing territorial changes in modern history. With such a small size, Monaco has almost no natural resources, except for the rich fish supply in the Mediterranean Sea. Yet here's the paradox. This tiny place ranks among the richest nations on Earth. Why? We'll find out in the next part. The Mediterranean climate is another precious gift to Monaco. Summers are warm and sunny, but not too hot. Winters are mild, rarely as cold as most of Europe. That's why Monaco has become a perfect destination for relaxation, tourism, and outdoor leisure. Despite its small area, Monaco has the highest population density in the world. In 2025, its population reached around 39,000 people, meaning nearly 20,000 residents per square kilometer. Among them, only about 9,000 are native citizens. The rest are mostly millionaires and billionaires from France, the UK, Italy, and many other countries. The official language is French, but the locals also preserve Monegasque, which is taught in schools. English and Italian are also widely spoken. And here's a fun fact. The flag of Monaco looks almost identical to Indonesia's, differing only in the proportions. Monaco is world famous for one irresistible reason. It does not impose any personal income tax. That means whatever you earn here is entirely yours. No sharing with the government, unlike in most other countries. For the ultra-rich, this is a dream come true. Thanks to this unique tax policy, Monaco has become a safe haven for massive fortunes, turning the tiny principality into a global magnet for millionaires and billionaires. Here's a number that stuns many people. Among its 38,000 residents, there are over 12,000 millionaires, roughly 1 in 3 people. That's almost 10 times higher than London, where only 1 in 10 residents is a millionaire. But it doesn't stop there. Monaco is also home to dozens of billionaires. With about 41 billionaires within just 2 square kilometers, Monaco holds the record for the highest billionaire density on the planet. Take a stroll through Monte Carlo, and you'll rarely see an ordinary car. Instead, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Rolls-Royces glide past on the streets. The Port Hercule is packed with luxury yachts, each worth tens of millions of dollars, complete with private cinemas, recording studios, and even helicopter pads. In Monaco, luxury isn't an exception. It's a way of life. However, becoming a citizen of Monaco is far from easy. One must live there for at least 10 years, receive approval from the prince, and usually have significant international influence or contribution. In 2023, thousands of applications were submitted, yet only 68 people were granted citizenship. A faster route is marriage, but the law favors women who marry Monegasque men. In the opposite case, men marrying Monegasque women must still wait at least 10 years. When people talk about Monaco, a tiny yet incredibly wealthy nation in Europe, they can't forget the women who live here. They are the embodiment of cultural diversity, making their beauty impossible to define by a single standard. Some carry the classic elegance of French women, others glow with sun-kissed Mediterranean charm, and some radiate a modern, international aura. Yet all share one unmistakable quality: grace and refinement. The fashion style of women in Monaco leans toward simple yet luxurious designs. Flowy dresses in neutral tones, minimalist accessories that still exude elegance. For them, True class isn't about showing off. It's about standing out through understated beauty. What makes them special is that, regardless of background, noble, businesswoman, or ordinary citizen, they all carry a natural elegance. Humble yet captivating. Their charm isn't only about appearance, but also about a balanced and healthy lifestyle. Women in Monaco are one of the main reasons why the country has the highest life expectancy in the world. They follow the Mediterranean diet, rich in seafood, olive oil, and fresh vegetables. Combined with regular physical activity, swimming, yoga, sailing, or long seaside walks, the result is a perfect formula for maintaining vitality, health, and lasting beauty. Most women in Monaco speak at least 3 languages: French, English, and Italian. Many hold positions as leaders, advisors, or social advocates. Though they often live quietly, their influence reaches deep into global elite circles. And here's an interesting fact. More than 80% of women in Monaco marry foreigners, making this small nation one of the most internationally blended love stories on Earth. Monaco, a country that does not tax personal income, still ranks among the richest economies in the world, with an average annual income of about $190,000 per person. So the question is, how does such a small country generate such immense wealth? The answer lies in luxury industries that only Monaco can sustain. The first pillar is luxury tourism. Every year, millions of visitors come to enjoy 5-star hotels, Michelin-starred restaurants, and the stunning yacht harbor. World-class events like the Monaco Grand Prix and the Monaco Yacht Show bring in hundreds of millions of dollars from ticket sales, accommodations, dining, sponsorships, and advertising deals. The next major source is the casino industry. It was this very sector that transformed Monaco from a struggling region into a symbol of prosperity. Each year, hundreds of thousands of international guests visit Monte Carlo Casino, generating tens of millions of euros in revenue. Another key factor: real estate. Because land is so scarce, property prices in Monaco are among the highest in the world, reaching up to 100,000 euros per square meter in some areas. Every transaction generates taxes and fees, providing a significant source of income for the government. And since demand always exceeds supply, the market never goes cold. Additionally, Monaco applies value-added tax, VAT, under a special agreement with France. Whenever visitors spend hundreds of thousands of euros on luxury cars, watches, or jewelry, the state benefits from this percentage-based tax. However, the vast flow of money also brings controversy. Monaco has often been accused of being a money laundering haven, using real estate, casinos, and luxury yachts as fronts. By June 2025, the European Union officially listed Monaco as a high-risk territory. In response, the Principality has tightened anti-money laundering laws, strengthened cooperation with the EU, and reformed its financial system. Yet, whether these efforts will truly work, that remains something the whole world is still watching. When people think of Monaco, they imagine luxury, wealth, and glamour. But behind the dazzling lights lies a darker side that few ever mention: corruption. Perhaps because of its tiny size, Monaco seems to sit beyond the reach of international oversight. The country does not appear in Transparency International's Corruption Perceptions Index. Even major global rankings like the World Bank's Doing Business or the Heritage Foundation's Index of Economic Freedom completely exclude Monaco. This absence of data often leads outsiders to believe Monaco is spotlessly clean. But in truth, the lack of information simply shows one thing: Monaco remains a mystery in the global transparency map. In the few international assessments where Monaco does appear, the results are far less flattering. For example, In the Rand Group's Business Bribery Risk Index, Monaco ranks 72nd out of 192 countries, a modest position for a so-called billionaire's paradise. And recent scandals have shed light on why. The Una oil case is a clear example. From 1999 to 2016, the company paid millions in bribes to secure global contracts, exposed only thanks to US and UK investigations, while Monaco's own authorities remained almost silent. In 2019, another scandal broke when Monaco's Minister of Justice was accused of interfering in an investigation involving a Russian billionaire and several senior officials. The reason? Monaco places supreme importance on protecting its image as the capital of luxury. Any public scandal could tarnish that national brand. So the common solution has long been to hide, avoid, or silence whistleblowers, as in the famous Jonathan Taylor case in 2020. Still, under growing European pressure, Monaco has begun to change. It is tightening anti-money laundering laws, enhancing judicial cooperation, and introducing protections for whistleblowers. Though controversy remains, these steps suggest the principality is slowly trying to balance glamour with transparency. People often say that in Monaco the poverty rate is 0. At first it sounds like a miracle, as if the country has discovered a magic formula to make every citizen a millionaire. But the truth is quite different. Monaco doesn't make everyone rich. It simply prevents the poor from existing within its borders. The cost of living here is among the highest in the world. Housing is the biggest burden. Even a small apartment can cost millions of dollars. Food, healthcare, transportation, and everyday services are priced far above the European average. For anyone without significant financial means, living in Monaco is nearly impossible. That doesn't mean every resident is a billionaire. Many native Monegasques work as teachers, civil servants, nurses, or live on retirement pensions. The difference lies in the welfare system. Citizens pay no income tax, enjoy free education, and receive almost no-cost health care. Those who can't afford property can rent or buy government-subsidized housing at much lower prices. Today, nearly half of Monaco's local residents live in such state-supported homes. Because of this, even those with ordinary incomes are considered well off compared to most Europeans. And what about the workers who serve in restaurants, hotels, and luxury stores? Most of them aren't citizens of Monaco. Each day, more than 40,000 commuters travel from France, Italy, and nearby countries to work here, then return home after hours. For them, living in this luxury paradise is far beyond reach. Today, Monaco is known worldwide as a symbol of luxury: million-dollar yachts, glittering casinos, and the legendary Formula One Grand Prix. But few people know that throughout history, this tiny nation has stood on the edge of disappearing from the world map, not once, but many times. The story began in 1297, when the Grimaldi family seized the fortress of Monaco. Yet a small territory could hardly survive against great powers. From the 14th to the 15th century, Monaco became a constant battleground between France and Spain. By 1524, Monaco was forced to accept protection from Spain, independence in name, but in truth, little more than a dependency of Madrid. Then came the late 18th century, and with it, Monaco's darkest hour. The French Revolution spread across Europe, and in 1793, French troops invaded and occupied Monaco. The country was erased from existence, renamed Fort d'Hercule, and turned into a district of Alpes-Maritimes. The Grimaldi dynasty was dethroned, and the monarchy dissolved. For a time, Monaco vanished completely from the map. It wasn't until after Napoleon's defeat and the Treaty of Paris in 1814 that Monaco regained its name, though still under the control of the Kingdom of Sardinia for decades. Then came World War II, pushing Monaco once again to the brink. In 1942, Italian forces occupied the country. By 1943, the Nazis took over. The government was manipulated and powerless, stripped of all real authority. Only after the war did Monaco begin to recover, thanks to its special alliance with France. And when Prince Rainier III ascended the throne in 1949, Monaco finally entered an era of stability and lasting independence, securing its place on the world stage once more. Compared to the British monarchy or other European dynasties, the royal family of Monaco may seem less grand and dramatic. But behind the glittering facade lies a world of remarkable and sometimes tragic stories. The Grimaldi family has ruled since 1297, over 7 centuries of continuous reign, making it one of the oldest surviving dynasties in Europe, interrupted only by short periods of political turmoil. The current ruler, Prince Albert II, is the son of Prince Rainier III and Hollywood legend Grace Kelly. When Grace married Rainier in 1956, she left behind her film career to become Princess of Monaco. Yet her life was no fairy tale. In 1982, she died tragically in a car accident on a mountain road that now bears her name. The Monaco royals are also known for their immense wealth. Prince Albert II alone holds an estimated personal fortune of $1 billion and owns nearly a quarter of Monaco's land, making the Grimaldis one of the richest royal families in the world. But beyond power and wealth, there lingers an ancient legend, the Grimaldi curse. According to the tale, in the 11th century, after a woman was kidnapped by a Grimaldi ancestor, she cursed the entire bloodline, declaring that no Grimaldi would ever find happiness in marriage. And strangely, history seems to prove her words. Almost every royal marriage in Monaco has faced trouble or heartbreak. One of the most talked about examples is the marriage of Prince Albert and Princess Charlene. Before their 2011 wedding, rumors spread that Charlene had tried to flee to South Africa after discovering that Albert had fathered children out of wedlock. Some even claimed that her passport was confiscated to prevent her from leaving. Though the palace denied everything, Charlene's tearful expression on her wedding day left many convinced that the Grimaldi curse still lingers. There's a fascinating paradox about Monaco. It's one of the richest countries in the world, yet it doesn't have an international airport. With only about 2 square kilometers of land, there's simply no room to build one. Instead, travelers land in France or Italy, then continue their journey to Monaco by road. But that doesn't make Monaco any less luxurious. The country has what locals call an airport in the sky, a busy heliport where flights land or take off every 20 minutes. It's the preferred choice of billionaires who want to save time while enjoying the breathtaking view of the coastline and the harbor filled with super yachts. Because of its tiny size, public transportation here is quite different. There's no subway system, only a few bus routes, along with a network of public elevators and escalators installed across the city. Thanks to the steep terrain, these elevators serve as vertical highways, carrying residents from the seafront to the hilltops in just minutes. Driving in Monaco, on the other hand, is a real challenge. Streets are narrow, steep, and filled with sharp turns. That's also why the Monaco Formula One Grand Prix is considered the most demanding race in the world. Drivers have to speed through tight city streets at unbelievable velocities. And of course, no talk of Monaco's transport would be complete without mentioning the supercars. In Monte Carlo, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls-Royces, and Bugattis are so common that they barely turn heads anymore. What really shows status is the license plate. A plate with just 1 or 2 digits can cost hundreds of thousands, even millions of euros, sometimes worth more than the car itself. What's more, license plates in Monaco belong to the owner, not the vehicle. That's why they've become valuable assets, bought, sold, or passed down through generations as symbols of prestige and power. By day, Monaco is calm and elegant. But when night falls, the entire principality transforms into a glamorous stage for the ultra-rich. The heart of the nightlife beats in Monte Carlo, where the legendary Monte Carlo casino shines like a jewel. It's one of Europe's most luxurious casinos, with hand-painted ceilings, gleaming marble floors, and glittering crystal chandeliers. Doors open at 2 p.m. for guests aged 18 and above. Inside, the casino is divided into several rooms. Beginners try their luck at slot machines, while traditional gamblers gather in the Renaissance or Ameri rooms for roulette, baccarat, or blackjack, played with live dealers. For the elite, there are exclusive and ultra-private lounges. Despite its opulent image, many tables start at just €5, allowing anyone to experience a touch of royal luxury. Step outside, and just a few steps away is the Port Hercule Marina. Here, super yachts double as floating clubs, complete with DJs, professional bartenders, and dazzling light systems, though most are strictly invitation only. And if you truly want to immerse yourself in the high-end nightlife, there's Jimmy's Monaco, the Principality's legendary nightclub. It's a hotspot for world-famous DJs, Arab billionaires, and EDM stars. Outside, lines of supercars gleam under the lights. Inside, champagne bottles worth thousands of dollars are popped like water. Still remember, in Monaco, style is your ticket in. Men are expected to wear suits, women, elegant evening gowns. Cocktails range from $25 to $50, and reserving a private table? That can easily cost thousands. Curious about Monaco's secret yacht parties? Leave a comment with number 10. First on the list is Monaco Ville, also known as the Old Town. Perched on the rocky headland of Le Rocher, overlooking the Mediterranean, this is the historical heart of the Principality. Its narrow cobblestone streets wind through colorful houses, giving visitors the feeling of stepping back in time to old Europe. Simply taking a stroll, sitting at a small cafe, browsing handmade crafts, or quietly observing daily life here reveals a different Monaco. Calm, reflective, and worlds apart from the glittering energy of Monte Carlo. At the center of the Old Town stands the Prince's Palace of Monaco, home to the Grimaldi family for more than 7 centuries. Originally built in the 11th century, the palace combines medieval charm with modern restorations. During the summer, parts of the palace are open to the public, including the throne room, reception halls, historic frescoes, and rare art collections. One of the most anticipated moments is the changing of the guard at noon, a solemn ceremony that preserves the dignity of European monarchy right here in the 21st century. If you're longing for blue seas and golden sunshine, head to Larvato Beach, Monaco's most famous public beach. Soft sand stretches along crystal clear waters, perfect for swimming, sunbathing, and water sports. Along the shore, beach bars and restaurants serve fresh seafood, best enjoyed as the sun sets over the Bay of Monaco. And finally, don't miss the Oceanographic Museum of Monaco. Built in the early 20th century under Prince Albert III, the museum stands proudly on a cliff facing the open sea. Inside, you'll find a fascinating world of marine life, from colorful coral reefs to massive shark tanks. Step out onto the balcony, and before you lies the endless horizon, where humanity and nature seem to merge into one. Monaco's cuisine is a refined blend of Mediterranean flavors, shaped by French elegance and Italian warmth, a harmony of the familiar and the exquisite, the simple and the luxurious. First, we must mention daube provençale, the famous beef stew cooked in red wine. Each piece of beef is slowly simmered for hours in a rich mixture of wine, garlic, onions, and Mediterranean herbs. The result is tender, flavorful meat infused with a deep, aromatic sweetness. Served with pasta or mashed potatoes, it brings the comforting warmth of a family feast. Next is bouillabaisse, the celebrated seafood soup that originated in Marseille but found a special place in Monaco's heart. Made with a mix of fresh fish, shellfish, tomatoes, saffron, and olive oil, it captures the rich essence of the sea. Locals enjoy it with toasted bread spread with roye, a creamy garlic and chili sauce that adds a fiery touch. Imagine sitting by the Monaco seafront, sipping a spoonful of this soup. It's as if the taste of the ocean itself melts right on your tongue. Another must-try experience is barbecue de la mer, grilled seafood. With an abundance of fresh catches from the harbor, lobsters, squid, and clams are marinated in olive oil, lemon, and herbs, then grilled over glowing coals. The aroma rises and mingles with the sea breeze, creating an irresistible invitation to laughter-filled outdoor feasts. Finally, there's sweet fougasse, Monaco's traditional festive bread. With its golden crust, scented with anise, almonds, and orange blossom, this pastry symbolizes prosperity and good fortune. Take a bite, and its gentle sweetness feels like Monaco's own warm welcome to every traveler who arrives at its shores. One of the most famous events in Monaco is the Monte Carlo International Circus Festival, held every January at the Chapiteau de Fontvieille. Founded in 1974 by Prince Rainier III, this festival honors the art of traditional circus and celebrates performers who dedicate their lives to the stage. For 10 exciting days, audiences are treated to breathtaking performances, daring acrobatics, juggling, animal taming, and heart-stopping stunts. The awards given here are often called the Oscars of the circus world, a symbol of prestige and achievement that every artist dreams of. Next comes the Monte Carlo Summer Sports Festival, which brings the entire principality to life in July and August. It's not just about sports like tennis, beach volleyball, or martial arts. It's a full celebration of music and culture. By day, the crowds cheer in the sports arenas. By night, they sway to the rhythm of symphonies, international pop, or smooth jazz under the Mediterranean moonlight. This harmony between physical energy and artistic spirit creates an unforgettable experience for every visitor. And finally, we can't forget the legendary Bal de la Rose, the Rose Ball, Monaco's most glamorous charity event, held every March at the Salle des Étoiles. Founded in 1954 by Princess Grace Kelly and now hosted by Princess Caroline, this magnificent gala raises funds for the Princess Grace Foundation. The ballroom is filled with roses, world-class performers take the stage, and the guest list includes the global elite. Each year, the ball features a unique artistic theme designed by top international fashion houses, turning the event into a symbol of both elegance and compassion. Traveling to Monaco is certainly more expensive than most parts of Europe, but with smart planning, you can still enjoy the luxury of the principality without spending a fortune. The biggest cost is accommodation. Monaco is home to world-famous hotels such as Hôtel de Paris Monte Carlo, where rooms range from $800 to $1,650 per night. However, just across the border in France, you can find smaller hotels or serviced apartments for only $130 to $120. A more budget-friendly option is to stay in Nice or Menton and take the train, which costs just about $6.8 one way. Food is another major expense. A dinner at a Michelin-starred restaurant can cost between $160 and $330 per person. Yet, if you look carefully, you can find local pizza spots, family-run diners, or small cafes serving meals for around $16 to $27. Coffee usually costs $3 to $6, while a luxury cocktail can reach up to $22. On average, daily food expenses range from $40 to $50 for budget travelers to several $100s for those seeking fine dining. Getting around Monaco is relatively affordable. Bus tickets cost about $2 per ride, or $6 for a day pass. Taxis are rare and expensive, starting at $16. For those wanting a taste of extravagance, you can rent a supercar along the coast for $220 to $440 per hour. Entrance fees also add up. The Prince's Palace costs $11, the Oceanographic Museum $20, and the Car Museum about $9. A sunset yacht cruise ranges from $60–95, with private charters priced much higher. Finally, don't forget the extras. A tourist SIM card costs $22–33. Entry to the Monte Carlo casino is $19, or you might simply enjoy a glass of wine by the sea. On average, travelers should expect to spend between $165 and $220 per day for a comfortable trip to Monaco. The first thing that often surprises visitors in Monaco is the unusual opening hours. Many shops, small restaurants, and even museums follow the Mediterranean habit of closing for lunch, usually from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Some places even take the entire afternoon off. So, if you plan to shop or sightsee, make sure to arrange your schedule carefully to avoid finding yourself in front of a closed door. Another important thing to note is Monaco's strict smoking regulations. Despite its small size, most public areas, especially around the harbor and tourist zones, are smoke-free. Some cafes and restaurants don't even allow smoking outdoors. If you break the rule, expect an instant fine. The local police are always present and act quickly. When it comes to payments, cash is still essential. Although credit cards are widely accepted, many local bakeries, small restaurants, or ticket booths only take cash. So always carry around $20 to $50 for small purchases like coffee or bus fares. You should also pay attention to special events. During the Formula One Grand Prix, major festivals, or international galas, hotel prices can triple, streets are blocked, and transportation becomes almost impossible. Many travelers don't realize this and end up with a stressful experience instead of a pleasant one. Therefore, always check the event calendar before booking your trip. This way, you can enjoy Monaco comfortably, within your budget and your expectations. And that's it. We've just explored 15 fascinating facts about Monaco. Which one impressed you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the adventure to more people. Note: all information in this video is for reference only. Please double-check before making any travel decisions. See you again on the next journey.